Hey guys, and welcome back. Be sure to check out all of our college basketball picks for today over at stumpthespread.com, which is linked down in the video description. Heading into today's video, going to be talking about this intriguing ACC matchup here, a top 25 battle between North Carolina and Clemson, and give our take on who we think is going to come through and pick up this win. So North Carolina on the year 16-6 overall. Clearly, this is not the same level North Carolina team that we've seen in recent years. They're about mid to lower upper tier right now in the ACC with that 16-6 overall record, and they are 5-4 in conference. And over the past week, the Tar Heels really did not look great. They came up short at home against North Carolina State in their last outing in what was a poor defensive performance, losing that one by a final of 91-95, and then prior to that, losing on the road against Virginia Tech by a final of 69-80. So these are two ACC teams that you'd certainly expect North Carolina to come through when they're playing up to their ceiling, but they came up short in their last two outings. So maybe the fact that they've gone on to lose their last two contests is something to fuel the fire for UNC coming in to this week's action, going on the road against Clemson, and then a more manageable game at home against Pittsburgh after that. And this is a Clemson team that North Carolina has already beaten this year. They came through against the Tigers at home in what was a competitive matchup by a final of 87-79, and that was when Clemson still had Dante Grantham in their lineup. He's their second leading scorer, so he was on the court in that first go-around, but he's not going to be there this time around. So that makes things a little bit more challenging for Clemson. The counter to that, however, is the fact that North Carolina isn't playing quite as well as they were at that point, and also they get the home court advantage for this matchup. Now, on the year, the Tar Heels, they continue to do the things well that we always see out of UNC teams. They're 32nd in the nation in scoring, 13th in assists, and first in rebounding average. Their one weakness has been their consistency on the defensive end, where they rank 194th in all of college basketball in total team defense. And they have a positive plus-minus on the year of about positive 10 points. Now, we compare them over to Clemson, and we really like what we've been seeing out of the Tigers this year. Of course, coming into the season, not a whole lot was expected out of this Clemson group, given the fact that the year prior, they were one of the bigger disappointments in the ACC, and then they lost some key players coming into this season. So everyone just kind of wrote off Clemson as probably going to be a mid to lower tier squad in the ACC, but that obviously hasn't been the case, as Clemson stands 17-4 overall, and they are 6-3 in the ACC. Now, they go about things a little bit different than North Carolina. They rank 151st in the nation in scoring, compared to 29th in total team defense. So clearly a defense-first mentality in comparison to the Tar Heels, who are more up-tempo offensive-oriented. But they also have a plus-minus on the year of about positive 10 points. The one big advantage that the Tar Heels bring into this matchup is, of course, they're first in the nation in rebounding compared to Clemson, who's just 89th in the nation in rebounding average. So that's a big edge that North Carolina brings into this one, and if they're going to go ahead and win this one, they're going to need to get that edge on the boards to get those second chance scoring opportunities. So over this past week of action, Clemson, they wanted to beat Georgia Tech in their last outing by a final of 72-70. This was a much better offensive performance there from the Tigers, because in their prior outing, it was really ugly offensively on the road against Virginia, losing that one by a final of 36-61. When you score 36 points throughout a regulation game, even though it is against a top-tier defensive opponent on the road, that just means things aren't clicking for you. But they were able to get back on track a bit in their last outing with that victory. This is a revenge game for Clemson, and they get it at home, but without Dante out there on the court, it makes things a little bit tougher. We see North Carolina coming into this one with a little bit of extra motivation, coming off back-to-back losses, and as a result, we feel like the Tar Heels, sitting as a pick'em right now, is going to be the better bet as they go on to win this one against Clemson as the road. So again, we're going to be going ahead and siding with North Carolina as a pick'em. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. If you disagree, give it a thumbs down. Check out all of our picks for today over at stumpthespread.com, linked down in the video description, and be sure to click that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Thanks for stopping on in. We hope to see you guys in future videos. Bye.